Hello, we currently have over 10 traditional German upright pianos restored and reconditioned, and we're offering to halve the rental for a limited period that we charge for you to try these pianos out. We want to encourage you to try them out. After the 10 months you can have all that rental off the purchase price of whatever piano you've got, or any other piano for that matter. But this is eminently suitable for study and has as good, if not better, touch than a modern piano. We already have a video of these pianos, which I'll try and put a link to. This is a Bechstein Model 9, similar period, 1922. This is a Richard Lipp upright piano. We just began restoring this one, for instance, if the piano is worth £4,000, then it would cost £60 a month to rent. If you rent for 10 months, that's £600, and that's all deducted off the purchase price of this or any other piano. This is a Bechstein Model 10, can be rented for £55 a month. This is limited to stock, obviously, availability. This is another Richard Lipp. We've got another video of these, so if you want to listen to the tone of them, please refer to that. This one can be rented for £67 a month. That's £670 for 10 months. And then after that period, you can either purchase this piano, pay the difference, or purchase a different piano and have the £670 off that piano. This is a Steinway upright, a restored piano that we finally reconditioned as well. A more expensive piano, you can rent this for £135 a month. So over a 10-month period, £1,350. Could be deducted off this piano or any other piano that you choose, but I think once you've tried a German upright, you won't go back to a modern piano. This is another Bechstein Model 9, 1902, slightly older, £47.50 a month, £475 over 10 months, deducted off this or any other piano. This is very limited to stock, so we'll put it back up to, normally that's half the normal rental charge. This is a Ernst Caps, and it can be rented for £45 a month. Again, this is very limited, so if you're interested, please try us out. I can assure you that these German pianos, the tone is wonderful. The case on this, as you can see, is very spectacular, and in terms of study, it's just as suitable as a modern piano. So that's a special rental for a limited period, half the normal rental price. To encourage you to try them out. I know a lot of folks have difficulty in having confidence to try these out instead of one of the common well-known modern names, but I can assure you, once you've tried them out, I don't believe you'll go back to a modern piano. Gretchen Steinberg, plenty of videos on this make. It's quite superbly constructed. So that's most of the German pianos that we have in stock. I'm just going to put a postscript on this video that has absolutely nothing to do with this theme, but I'm too tempted not to do it. Now this is an Osbert upright piano that we took in part exchange, and that marquetry is interesting. I don't think it was original on the cabinet. I think this has been restyled. It's an Osbert. It certainly is what we call a straight strung overdamper. If you look on our common makes page, you'll find an explanation of what that means. Now the tuning pins are too loose for us to take on. We wouldn't normally take on an overdamper anyway, because the damping is too echoey, as you'll hear on other videos, or that video particularly. And otherwise it performs well. For an overdamper, it's got what we call a full pressure bar here, which is something in my early days I used to sell quite a few of these, but not nowadays, unfortunately. We'll trade this piano on. But what surprised us is the keys, so I'm going to surprise you by unveiling them slowly by lifting up the fall, and there we go. I'd never ever seen that on a piano before. Seen it on some types of organs, keyboards, but never on a piano. Now Markson, there's a shop in London, so maybe they know something about this piano. It's probably what they probably put it on themselves, but it's very pretty actually. It's a shame it's not a high quality piano, because it would be wonderful to sell this, but we will actually be trading it to someone who does deal in these less expensive styles of upright. But the sound of the piano is good. But unfortunately it has got very, very loose tuning pins. I put a couple of them in tune, so you can't hear. They're extremely badly out of tune. It's quite flat as well at the moment. But just such a beautiful keyboard, such an unusual one. Maybe you don't think it's beautiful, but certainly very different, very interesting, and I wanted to use the opportunity of making this video, not to make a special video just for this piano, but thought it might add interest to this video as well. So, just to finish off with, a little listen to this delightful Grotrin. I have compared these with modern pianos in another video. Touch, well, it's just as good as you can possibly get an upright to be. So, to be encouraged to try out these German pianos, we've halved the rental just for a limited period while we got stocks to do so. So, instead of charging 3% of the purchase price, it's 1.5% of the purchase price approximately. Thank you very much for listening.